Let's turn now to the election cliffhangers. More than a dozen races across the country are still undecided, and races in Florida are especially heated. We're talking about thousands of ballots separating the governor and Senate contests there. Both Senate candidates have now filed lawsuits, and now there is a statewide recount underway. Our senior congressional correspondent Mary Bruce has more. And Mary, feels like a little deja vu here, sounding like Florida back in 2000 all over again.
Yes, Cecilia, no hanging chads, though, this time around, but they are once again racing to recount votes in Florida. Election workers going round the clock right now to try and meet a 3 p.m. Thursday deadline. Tensions rising in Florida as protesters over the weekend gathered outside this Broward County election headquarters. The recount of more than 8 million votes in the Sunshine State now in full swing, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The race for governor within a critical half percentage point. Democrat Andrew Gillum, who admitted defeat on election night, is now taking back his concession.
I am replacing my words of concession with an uncompromised and unapologetic call that we count every single vote.
Overnight at a Florida church, Gillum insisting on a full recount.
I'm simply here to say that for the votes that have been cast, they ought to be counted. Every last single one of them.
But his Republican opponent, Ron DeSantis, who currently leads by 33,000 votes, is refusing to back down.
Since the election a few days ago, we have begun our transition efforts to build an administration that can secure Florida's future.
Florida's Senate race is even tighter, and the war of words even uglier. Republican Rick Scott claims his Democratic opponent, Bill Nelson, is trying to steal the election.
Senator Nelson is clearly trying to commit fraud to try to win this election.
But Nelson is accusing Scott of attempting to prevent officials from counting every ballot.
Rick Scott is trying to stop all the votes from being counted, and he's impeding the democratic process.
Both sides have now filed lawsuits. And keeping a close eye from overseas, President Trump is accusing Democrats without evidence of trying to steal 2 big elections in Florida, tweeting, "We are watching closely." But law enforcement is not currently investigating any potential election fraud. And in Arizona, the battle for that Senate seat is also taking a turn. The Democrat Kyrsten Sinema has now expanded her lead over Republican Martha McSally, with thousands of ballots still to be counted, Cecilia.
Arizona, Florida, they're also counting in Georgia still, Mary.
Yeah, the Democrat there, Stacey Abrams, is not conceding yet in that contentious race. Her campaign argues that there are enough outstanding ballots to force a runoff against Republican Brian Kemp.
Okay, Mary Bruce, thank you.